we'll see the last two #1 overall picks. Joe Burrow hosting the former Clemson Tiger, Trevor Lawrence. It's the Jaguars in town for a fight against the Bengals, and it's coming your way on Thursday night.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay. We lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we saw Trevor Lawrence take plenty of deep shots in his days at Clemson, and he shows off that cannon of an arm here as a rookie at the NFL level.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the rookie Travis Etienne.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year #2, Joe Burrow.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Okay, partner, a couple of points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Agnew now to return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. On first down, it's Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence will throw.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
And what a big 2020 season for the Saints for this 3rd-round pick in 2017 out of Florida Atlantic. Now, he signed with the Bengals back in March, but for New Orleans last year, 13.5 sacks, which tied Aaron Donald for the NFC lead.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on third and long. They'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board. It's now 9-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete. On 4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. After one, our score, 9-3. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne, and every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 350 yards.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look at that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Burrow will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, that's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, James Robinson, surprise start last year as an undrafted rookie, 5'10", 220. He is a tough man to get to the ground.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
21 yards there on third down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Touchdown! LaVisca Chenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
From midfield now, Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC West. The Raiders and Chargers live from SoFi Stadium. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. On the return, Phillips. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
Good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A handoff to Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that gets them back within 10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Lawrence will throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal 1st.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Once again, they run with Mixon and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Working the middle here, that's complete to Sample, the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. A
a nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Lawrence on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Complete to Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield now, Lawrence. And Shark calls it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 23. Now it's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Bengals set to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Dwayne Smoot just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Good job, good job.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by a field goal, 1:45 to play. Now they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Complete to Boyd.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Throwing, Burrow.
Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Burrow. Finding Sample.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
Now Burrow.
He completes it to Boyd. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Burrow.
This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. To throw, Burrow. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah, good job, fellas, good job.
And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
To return, here's Agnew. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
On the return, Phillips. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Josh Allen, his second sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two.
Ricardo Allen, former Falcon, in on the tackle.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Lawrence.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a third down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here's Logan Cook now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put him in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. brace his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cincinnati, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop down to 1-3.